Hello, veterans, AKB employees, everybody watching. Welcome back to another tremendous Tuesday, or terrific Tuesday. It's just fun to say for some reason. Here with your friendly VA credit attorney, Matthew Lang. Let's talk some VA disability. But before we do, let's get a sip of that hot coffee. Get the morning going here. This video will probably be posted a little bit past the morning. Kind of running out of time here. I gotta hurry, boy. Anyhow. Enough of that commentary. Hey, 2025 came. It's leaving us like a kid going to college here, leaving the house. Didn't know that was still possible, huh? Hey, 2026 is approaching like an Amazon package, same day delivery to our doorstep here. So yeah, let's look back a little bit. Veterans, VA employees, how was your 2025 overall? Was it good? I hope it was. I think we had a good 2025 here. We had ups and downs, probably like anybody else. There's been some challenges. There's been, just trying to understand sometimes how to change our strategies and change our procedures can be tough. Work with different various technologies, especially with everything changing so fast. It seems like the technological world is taking a steep incline as it's improving itself. So we've had to sit down and become, almost like IT techs back here. But yeah, 2025 overall has been good. 2025 is opening of the office here in Surprise, Arizona. 2025 was the hiring of a certified paralegal here in the office, experienced certified paralegal. And 2025 again has been just the challenges of learning more and improving the system. So 2026 for us is going to be a lot of the same. I'm looking to hire more individuals at some point, experienced veterans, even so that we can help more veterans. We want to reach out and to our community and be that friendly face for all you veterans who need some help here. Now, as I've always said, you can do the VA disability work on your own if you have that knowledge base and understanding and patience, and you're more than welcome to. You don't have to use us. You don't have to use any representative, actually. But do remember that we're all here. We're all here for the same mission. Myself at veteranlane.com with the team here to help you out. And then other accredited VA attorneys and other accredited VA agents and VSOs, especially. But I would definitely highlight, if you do get representation or some help, make sure they're accredited. We've got a lot of people out there just taking your money, veterans. It's quite frustrating because I don't know if I'll leave that personal opinion to myself about how our government's responding to it. But I think that's the thing I would highlight. If you do get representation, know that there's plenty of accredited representatives out there. So how New Year's resolutions? Did we talk about that yet? New Year's resolutions? I think I'm losing track of where I'm going here, but you're gonna get the raw version of me. I got no notes today, everybody. You're gonna have to be like, man, this guy's all over the place. I apologize. But New Year's resolutions, hey, if you got some, awesome. Share them in the comments. Let's hear them. We always enjoy that. VA disability, though. VA disability is why we're here. Like I said, you don't need necessarily myself, but we are definitely here and more than happy to help. And even if you're in the local area, we enjoy the veterans that do come in just to say hi. We enjoy sitting in with a coffee, even just a bottle of water. It's always fun to talk with everybody and hear the stories. And sometimes swap stories between the two of us, or all of us, really. VA disability is also a system that can be, I feel, we'll call it whittled down to a basic foundation of 3 elements. And I think if you go back in the videos, you're going to see this as well. So we're just going to kind of summarize a lot of this stuff today. The idea is that VA works off of the in-service event or occurrence, and we work off of current diagnosis, symptoms of a condition. We work on a nexus or a link between the present and the past. So I would say that's your main foundation. So if anything, veterans, if you're out there trying to put claims together, those are the 3 things that you really want to keep in mind, I would say, because it builds the foundation of the whole house here when it comes to VA disability. That's, whether it's direct theory, secondary theory, presumptive theory, it's all the same. I mean, at some point, there's something that's related to service. At some point, there's something that's current. And at some point, even presumptive is your link, just because the law makes that presumptive link. So the link is always there. The current diagnosis is always there, and the in-service is always there. Now, when you want to put the claims together, though, you want to make sure you have as much evidence as you can, veterans. Well, I'm back here to help you put that evidence together and gather some of that for you. I'm definitely back here to put all the legal arguments together and argue all the legal errors that occur in your VA disability claim, which can be probably the more complex part of everything. But I would say that's one thing that we've seen over the year, actually. Veterans, is I find a lot of veterans come and you don't have a lot of records, or you don't have any records. Now, that's not saying that's a problem. I'm just saying that if you want to make your claim maybe a little bit easier, just understand those three elements you got to meet and how some of that evidence could actually help show, especially like current diagnoses and stuff, current treatment. Don't forget, though, you can utilize lay statements like buddy statements, your personal statement. There's definitely a lot of rules out there to do that as well, so you can always supplement in that documentation. Because what's interesting to me about law is we can utilize multiple different things for evidence. We don't have to have anything documented specifically, because we also have to understand, veterans and VA, that there's a lot of times that a service member or a veteran had been in a position where nothing could get documented, or it was unlikely to be documented. I mean, can you imagine a medic standing on the battlefield going, wait, don't fire. I got to make sure this is in their STRs. Yeah, that's going to be quite tough, quite tough. So yeah, so veterans just know, VA know that you don't need it always documented in your service treatment records. You have other evidence as well. And I mentioned that to VA because I realize VA's training is heavy on the STRs, and the second it's not in there, they just deny you, saying it's not in service. They write it all the time in their conclusionary text that they click. So VA, be careful of that. Just be careful, be mindful, because we want to make sure that we're doing it right, and we want to make sure it's not just cycling back through the system and somebody else's problem later on. So veterans and VA. So as we sum up this, the other idea is we get all that evidence put together and we package it all up. We review it. We really got to keep an open mind on a lot of things. Science has gone, and science and medicine have gone forward quite a bit too over the years, and especially I would say this year. We've got things that we understand completely differently. So, for example, like maybe sleep apnea was this thing back even in the, say, 90s, maybe even the 80s, or probably a lot sooner. But did we really know what it was? And I would say that not likely. We had an idea, but no one tested for it. No one knew that, that these were symptoms perhaps much earlier on. So we got to keep an open mind, because now we realize that testing is more available. It happens more often. We also got to keep in mind that different conditions affect other conditions or other parts of the body. I mean, think about the old song, how they go again. I'm going to mess this up now that I want to do this. Your knee bone is connected to your hip bone or thigh bone, whatever, right? Everything's connected is my point. Boy, I screwed that analogy up, but you get the raw me today. You get the raw me. But I think you take the point. The idea is everything's connected. Everything our body does is not independent from each other. It's all works in unison. That's what keeps us moving, right? So we have to keep our open mind to how different things affect other things, other conditions, and other body parts. We find that over this year that it seems like at least even contract examiners for the VA across the nation, and they all must be reading from the same bad manual, because so many will say that there's no literature to support that. And there's so much out there where they'll be like, there's no correlation or connection, but there's been a connection for like the last few decades. So just keep an open mind. That's what we're saying when you're filing a claim, you're looking at VA disability. It's going to get stressful, but keep an open mind. When you got to look at all the evidence and keep that open mind. Now we move into the idea that there's an appeal world too. When things do get denied, there are appeal options. Are they the best options in the world? I'll leave that up for you to decide. Were they better than what we had? Yeah, I'll leave that up for you to decide too. But they're what they are, and they're what we have to work with. So we get the supplemental claim process, which really absorbs more than just the appeal world. it also absorbed the old idea of reconsiderations and reopen claims. We've got the higher level review, which was our old DRO, de novo appeal review. We've got our now direct line to the Board of Veterans Appeals with some limitation, I suppose, but there's definitely a direct option there. You can send it in directly to have it reviewed with whatever the evidence as it is, or you can have more evidence added, or you can request a hearing. From there, veterans, you've got the opportunity to go in different directions, but if you're from the VA or the Board of Appeals level and you get denied, it could be that the court is the next direction to go. So you definitely have a lot of options to go through without giving up on your claim, even when VA denies multiple times. From there, if you get granted, you get your back pay from an effective date rule, which is usually typically the date of claim, the date that your claim was received or filed. Could be intent to file as well. There's a series of other rules in there to keep in mind, but just in summary, that's the basic foundation of that. And then you're going to get your monthly percentage and your monthly check to help supplement some of that income for your veterans. Now, I think one thing that we may forget, and this is really kind of just from experience and over time, and even for kind of maybe myself too, but I think what we forget is we start relying a lot on those checks, but it's okay to be healthy too. It's okay to still try to go work, because, you know, that's another thing that the VA system allows you to do, veterans. You can still go get employment in a job if you so desire, even if you are 100% or not 100%. Now, sure, the temporary or the IU, the TDIU, the IU, individual employability piece has some limitation to it, but you can still work underneath certain rules to a certain point, to a certain standard. So just know that's all there. But that's gonna be my recap for today. We'll probably do another little recap for next week's video as well. I just want to keep the video a little more shorter today, especially with the holiday season and the new year ending here, or this year ending and the new year on its way in. But I just want to say thank you, veterans, for everything you've done. It's been great to serve with so many. It's been great to serve many from this side of the table as well. To be part of such a group of, well, brothers and sisters in the end has been fantastic, and to continue helping that group has been fantastic as well. VA, I hope your system improves. I've watched it decline over the years, and we're here to help you as well. We're here to help you with that. And for those who work really hard, are dedicated, who really try to keep that open mind and try to do more than just widgets, and remember that there are veterans on the other side of those documents. We thank you for all your dedication and hard work as well. Been in your shoes as well, and you're like family as well to me. Like I said, more than 13 years there. So it was a privilege to learn from so many people there. Now it's a privilege to teach many there as well. With that, thank you everybody for coming to this Tuesday video. Little scattered from no notes, but it's just a way of saying thank you. Thank you to everybody for everything you do. And we look forward to the new year and doing even more together and for each other. We'll see you next Tuesday.